on the track.
New legend right here, you know what I'm saying? UFE TV, World Star Hit Radio right here at KASH Down. December 18th, we live early in the morning. So, are you excited about this album dropping?
You see I can't stop smiling. I'm so excited, man. I'm so excited.
That is so freaking awesome. So, tell us, just give us a little bit of background on how you got started with everything and how you got to this point, to where you are now.
Okay, when I first started, you talking about rapping period?
Right.
Okay, I don't know if anybody heard, but the Dex Osama dude that just passed away in Detroit, that was actually like one of my guy friends. And I came to him when I was dancing and I told him like, I want to be a rapper. And he was like, you can do it. So we excited in the car. He like, oh my God, you can do it. You got the look for it. You already got your chain made. This and that. Me, him, and his friend was in the car. We were so excited. So we went to a studio that night and we did something off Biggie beat, Get Money. And I did a freestyle to it. He helped me.
Okay.
And I put it out. And I put it on Instagram and everything. This was back then. And he wanted me to stop being a dancer so bad because he liked me as a person too. So he was like, you can do it, you can do it, you can do it. And when I put it out, I got a feature. And they paid me $2,500 for it.
What?
So I was like, I'm a rapper. You know, I got paid for a feature or whatever. So I was so excited. And but when I seen that it took me time to write, I was like, okay. And then composed to me doing parties every weekend and stuff like that, I was like, I don't know. So I kind of backed away from it a little bit. And then the Tinashe 2 On came out. And I liked that song so much. I'm like, if she had a girl on there rapping, this song would be even more dope than what it is. So I'm like, okay. So I went to the studio with this guy named Juwan. And we made it. And when I said that it was phenomenal, wake up in the morning, give me head, nigga. Treat me like a queen, breakfast in the bed, nigga. Yeah, if you scared, call the rev, nigga. Thick bitch, so you better come prepared, nigga. So that on top of being on 2 On, it was like dope. So they put me in rotation in the radio at home, not just in the mix shows, but in rotation over at Hot 107.5.
That's right.
Jay Hicks called me up. He wants to meet me. And I went down there, we met, took pictures, and they put me in rotation. It was like, dang, man, that's crazy. Like, damn, I'm living this moment. And I was excited. And then I started getting booked to come perform this 2 On, all in the Midwest, like Milwaukee, Ohio, all these places was booking me to come out to perform.
Wow.
So I didn't have a retirement party like all the rest of the dancers do. I said, I'm done. I'm done. I'm not going back. It's over. It's over, because a lot of people have those retirement parties and they end up coming back. Even though I only did it for a year, I did what I had to do, and I felt like that was my calling. And I'm like, I'm not going back. I'm not.
And the amazing part is you can tell you was born a boss, because if you know anything about Detroit, you're not getting your radio. You're not getting the music playing on radio.
Just like that.
Not like that. Not like she just said.
A lot of people pay that way.
You gotta pay, and you still and you getting the whack spots then.
I ain't even
But Jay Hicks
paying.
to call her and say, listen, we gonna put you in rotation. That means you straight up boss.
And I don't want no money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They just respect my craft and what I love 107.5 for that. I love them and I will always love them, period. But that was my way out. And once that happened, it was over. It was over.
And your first single was called Freestyle?
No, that wasn't my first single. My first single was From the Back.
From the
And I actually did the feature with the guy Juwan that went in with me to help me with 2 On. Because at the Dex guy went to he was gone for a minute. And so I did it with the guy Juwan. And we did the feature and we did a video and it was crazy. Then I had a song called Old Free. That women could relate to, because everybody got that old free.
What's that hook like?
It be like, silly bitches don't faze me. She hit my old nigga, now she thinking that he played me. Ha! Yeah, chick, you got my old free. Yeah, chick, you got my old free. Chick, you got my old free. So all the women love that song. They loved it. And when I put that out, it was just like I was putting out these singles. And it was just so amazing, man. Like, I was watching myself grow as an artist already, and I was just in a good place. It would, you know, come with the all that. It comes with a lot of hate, but I made it through that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So how did you handle it? Like, because you said everybody, the chicks like the song.
Yeah.
So how did you handle all of the hate that came with it too?
I kind of just snapped. I snapped.
I snapped just a little bit.
A lot of it. I I be having stuff to say back because I be wanting people, not even like I just be wanting to make them feel bad. I just want them to realize like hating on me is not gonna make you better. That's not gonna make you throwing shade on me is not gonna help you shine, boo. It's not. So you need to focus on yourself because that's why your old freak is still. So I'm not gonna say it, but yeah. So I just sometimes like when I snap back, I don't want to make people feel bad. I just want them to know like it's more to life than hating. Like you don't get paid to hate.
It's actually a reflex.
Yeah, you get paid to do this or to do that or you could be a police officer, a firefighter. You could be even a stripper. You know what I'm saying? Be making money, but you ain't making no money being a hater. Y'all choose everything, but to be a hater.
Right.
If it's anything that Cash Doll can do differently, if you can change anything, what would Cash Doll go back and change? Nothing. That's awesome.
Nothing. I love everything that happened to me. That's all. It all is it's a lesson. Life is a lesson. So everything that happened, I needed it to happen because it taught me something. Everything.
Okay. And what do you think like is your a big challenge that you face throughout this career path?
The biggest challenge was the comparison. I don't really care for the comparison like that because everybody got their own way of coming up and their own way of expressing how they feel or their own little path, their own lane. I don't feel like no female rapper have the same lane. Every one of them have their own lane.
Agreed.
Every last one of them. I don't feel like none of us is alike, but we're all females.
Right.
I feel like they do that to guys. Guys have their own lane, so why is it one lane for females?
Right.
You know what I mean? I respect every last one of them, and I love me some Trina. I love me some Trina. I love me some Nicki. You know what I'm saying? When Lil' Kim and Foxy was coming up, I was kind of younger, so that's like my mama. But I know them and I respect them, and every female artist, the Brat, you know what I mean? All of them, Missy Elliott, even the ones coming up now. I respect all of them, but sometimes, you know, like not insecure women, they kind of take comparison and they kind of say the wrong thing. You know what I mean? And I don't like that shit.
Right.
So I don't like when you compare me to somebody from my city and you say something back. You don't even need to address it because they're gonna compare regardless.
I got you.
Well, I think you want is not to be compared. I think you stand alone.
I think that's it.
For real. They don't even compare. You can't be compared.
I can't.
But how does it feel to go from the 313 to the 404 to the 305 to the 717 to the 959? That's just a
without a major label behind me or a label at all. That's great.
That's boss.
That's a boss. I'm with my own moves. You know what I mean? I'm doing this on my own. I ain't got nobody behind me. I make my money and I flip my money into myself.
In other words, tell for our listeners, our viewers, you invested in yourself.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
So I feel good.
December 18th.
Right.
Album release. Atlanta, Detroit. MGM Grand tonight. Casino. Tonight.
Going down. I'm at home.
I got a question. You know, I don't know how if I'd be able to take it if I was a celebrity, be having anybody running me Cash Doll, or handsome man. Maybe do that, but they don't just do it on your scale. But Cash Doll. How does that feel though, Cash?
I feel good. I just be smiling. I never have an attitude. I be smiling. I love it. I embrace it. It feel good. It feel good. It feel good.
Wow.
With a T. It feel good. It feel good.
So listen, we need y'all to definitely you know who she is, Cash Doll. Pick up this album, December 18th. Cash Doll, was it where can we pick up your album? Is it your YouTube?
Everywhere.
Okay.
Everywhere. It ain't nowhere it's not at. Ask me where it's not at.
Where's your album not at?
I don't. It's nowhere it's not at.
Well, how long did it take to actually put it together? Like, what was the process like?
The process was, okay, cool. I'll get to tell y'all. So Donnie Loud, that's which is actually R. Kelly's producer.
Okay.
That's like some family to me. And he came with some bangers. And so I went to Detroit. I record with him. I come here. I record with Deb and the whole team here. Zaytoven. You know Zaytoven. Amazing. Yeah, man. Timberland. So it's like meeting all these people and coming together. It was a process. You know what I'm saying? To even pick this song, pick this song, pick this song, pick this song, and actually making it make sense. When you go get it, you're gonna understand what I mean. Making it make sense. Like I'll have a love song from Keisha, then I'll have a fuck these niggas song for Cash Doll.
Right.
So back to back, they all got a meaning. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it makes sense.
Okay.
So it was a process, but it came together. It came together, yeah.
Oh, how did you hook up with Deb and that aspect?
You know what's so crazy? I wanted to work with Deb. I always wanted to work with Deb when I first started. I was like, that's the woman I want to work with. And this was when I did the freestyle and all that, but I didn't take it serious or whatever. I just left it alone. But I got booked to come perform out of New York. And it's this guy named Dapper. I would never forget. He was my driver. And he was driving me around. And he was actually a bae. Not a fan of bae. And he was like, what? Like, you should get Deb to manage you. I said, man, you know what's crazy? I want Deb to manage me. And he was like, I can call her right now. I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Right.
You can't call her. You know what I mean? So I'm in the back looking at the nigga. I'm leaning over now like, you can call her Deb.
For real?
Yeah. So he calls her. And I hear her voice. You know, I know everybody knows her voice.
Right.
So I'm like, I'm in the back seat like this.
Mouth open.
So he telling her this and that. He gave me her number. So I've been calling her. She was spinning me. She was spitting me. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie. So I tell her, you know what? I ain't gonna play with this lady. Come out for my birthday party. I want you to see my concert. So she comes out. We fly her out. She comes and she see the concert. Sold out. 2,000 people. St. Andrews in Detroit. Sold out.
Wow.
So I'm like, so is you gonna manage me or what?
Right.
You know
Like,
what I
what's
mean?
good after
What's
that?
good?
Like, what can you
So
say?
she like, this is amazing.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? She like, and you don't have a label? And you don't even have, wow, you did all this by yourself? I'm like, yep.
Yep.
So you didn't know?
Wow.
She like, of course.
Wow.
So ever since then, we was like this, but I was still in Detroit. So when I moved here in Atlanta in August, that's when we got real tight. And we've been working ever since. And it's cool,
How did you come up with the name Cash Doll?
I didn't come up with the name. One of my guy friends came up with the name because every time I come out, you know, I'm fly shit. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm looking good. I'm looking good. So every time he see me, he called me Cash Doll. And I love the name, and I just took it and ran with it. I put it on all the social media sites. Even when I was just regular, my name was Cash Doll. Before I was a dancer, before I was a rapper, it was Cash Doll.
I think you had a major fan base even before you blew up.
Yeah.
Because even way before you left Detroit, when I was in Detroit, I always wanted to see you. I couldn't find you. You was already celebrity to me because I just couldn't find you.
Because I feel like if you not exclusive, you're not a star. I mean, you have to be exclusive. You can't just be anywhere. You can't just go see me here. You're not going to just walk in the club and see me sitting there. Like I have to be booked there.
Right.
Or it's a special occasion. And that's when your status go up. Your status ain't going up if you easy to get to. Everybody can't touch Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Look at this.
You touching me.
That's right.
Give me some.
Alright, that's what's up.
December 18th, we're here live in the studio with Cash Doll. Her album dropped today. Also at MGM Grand tonight, Motor City, Detroit. Detroit, support your own. Cash Doll. Don't be saying I heard. And listen, let me come back to this real quick. You said something about comparison. That just struck a nerve in me. I don't compare her to any other artist. You know what I'm saying? If you like your artist, listen to that artist. If you're gonna listen to Cash Doll, support Cash Doll, then listen to Cash Doll. But she's not to be compared. Is it fair to say that? I mean, I wouldn't want to be compared to nobody. And she stands in the class all by herself. You listen to her music.
And you know what? Not to get me wrong, I'm flattered. I'm flattered that they compare me to these people that already did their thing and made their mark, and I'm just making mine. I'm flattered, and I respect it. I'm paying homage. You know, shout out to all of them. Shout out to Foxy, Nikki, Lil Kim, Missy, Da Brat. Shout out to, because I was listening to them, and I still listen to them. Right. You know what I mean? Not saying that there's nothing wrong with it, but I just don't like when people try to put me down compared to them, because it's like, how you gonna compare a 1 year run to it's a legend. Right. How you go? I ain't even did what I had to do. Right. Just leave me alone. I'm having a good time.
Well, your song said if you ain't popping, if you ain't got no haters, you ain't popping. So if you got haters, you popping.